A happy Global CE Day, Africa. We've got Ashenafi Hussein here from Ethiopia, who is not only a great clinical engineer in his own country, but leads the working group on Africa activities for IFMBE. Welcome, Ashenafi. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you, everybody. Happy Global Clinical Engineers Day for all clinical engineers around the world. Thank you very much.
So Ashenafi, tell us about your various roles, your various jobs. And I know some of them you don't get paid, but some of them you do, I hope.
Okay. I'm currently the president of the Ethiopian Society of Biomedical Engineers and Technologists in Ethiopia. And I'm also the chair for working group on African activity under IFMBE. So especially when it comes to professional activities, are the activities that have been working, but pertinent to the government activity. There were a lot of activity have been involved in with innovation, local manufacturing of medical devices, and I have also been closely working with the health system.
So within the Ministry of Health Ethiopia, tell us a little bit about some of your specific duties.
Actually, it's not under the Ministry of Health, but it's a project office that we have been working on that incorporates Ministry of Health, Ministry of Innovation and Technology, Investment Commission, and the Ministry of Industry for local manufacturing of medical device. So Ministry of Health will provide a market as well as regulatory activity for the products. Ministry of Innovation and Technology will provide innovation package funds for the local innovative products. Ministry of Industry will provide industrial activity, activity pertinent to the innovative products. And Investment Commission will look for local investors as well as international investors to invest on innovative products subject to medical devices and related products. So this has been a project that we have been working on for almost a couple of years from now. So I think this is a national project and it was just signed at a high level. So that's what we have been working on.
So you mentioned about the National Society. Tell us how many clinical engineering practitioners there are in Ethiopia.
I think when we say clinical engineering, till now, we have biomedical engineers that are graduating from the university, and we have also biomedical technicians that are graduating from the university. And there are also some maintenance engineers, medical device maintenance engineers. And what's so exciting is most of the activities that we have been working is the work of a clinical engineer. Almost all, we can say almost all, most of the activities that have been done at the hospital level is maintenance, health technology management, and some activity related to supply and decommissioning. So all these activities are activities of a clinical engineer. So we have never gone to a research and some other activity like what specifically biomedical engineers do, but we have a name of biomedical engineer, maintenance engineer, but we're actually working as a clinical engineer. Yep. So there are a lot of graduates from Juma University, Juma Institute of Technology, from Addis Ababa Institute of Technology, from Wallo University. I think they have been experiencing this activity, and we have heard there is a clinical engineering department at Mekelle University. There's also graduates from new graduates that are coming from Gondar University and Hausa University. So the other universities are also expanding this field, but specifically to clinical engineers, I think it's Mekelle University that has initiated this program. But the name is biomedical engineers, but we are working as a clinical engineers.
Well, it sounds like it's a growing profession there with these inputs from the several universities, and I know several of you have been out in the field for a good while. So what's been going on with COVID in Ethiopia?
Well,
what's the clinical engineering, the biomedical engineering response been for you guys?
Yeah, what's happening in the world, COVID has been influencing our profession and whole activity in the health sector, as well as the clinical engineering, as well as the biomedical engineering field. So um, most of our professionals in Ethiopia, they have been actively engaged in maintaining ventilators and doing uh, some maintenance activity pertinent to products that are required for COVID prevention. And we have also news from Jimma Institute of Technology that they have developed a local ventilator, and there are also some innovations for producing some local PPE products. So most of the clinical engineers have been highly engaged in maintenance and in innovation of products to prevent COVID. And COVID is just rising in Ethiopia. The number of cases have been rising. So it's just what's happening. It's just like what's happening in the world.
Sure.
Yeah.
You've participated in several of the webinars as a moderator or a presenter. Do you know if many of your countrymen have been able to join the CED webinars this year? I hope many of them have been able to join, not only to see you, but to learn about what's going on in other places around the world.
When it comes to webinar, I think it's open to everyone.
Yeah.
It's not only open for Ethiopia or for African, but it's all live for everyone. Sure. So I think there are a lot of professionals that have been actively participating, and there are also professionals that have been watching this webinar. So if we have a less number of people that are not participating, be it from Africa or be it from Ethiopia, it could be one, because of lack of communication, because this information has to be disseminated to everybody. The second one is it could be because of lack of infrastructure, because internet has been a problem in our country. There was issue of emergency, state of emergency in the country. There were some unrest in the country, so internet has not been widely spread in our country. So not only in Ethiopia, but also in Africa. So this could be the main reason why we don't have many participants in our country. But we're just hoping people need to understand the use of this webinar, especially in building the capacity and in sharing information. So I think we'll have many participants in the upcoming time.
Well, just a small advertisement. Not only are you involved in them, but we do break them up into short pieces, like a YouTube playlist, so maybe they can be used in your local programs as well. But let's move on to another topic. I know you have a big heart, not only for your country, you have a big heart for sub-Saharan Africa. Tell us a little bit about the activities of the working group.
I think, as you know, and as many of the FMB officers know, this working group for African activity, it was initiated back in South Africa. I think there was a meeting in Johannesburg in 2015, 2016. The idea was initiated at that time, but it has not escalated and it has not been so fruitful until the meeting we have in 2018 in Addis Ababa. So this working group on African activity has been established officially in 2018 when we have a meeting in March with the IFMB high officials and officers and the presidents of the National Society in Africa. So 12 countries have been represented, and it was formed as an interim group, and in Prague, in the annual assembly, and it has been approved. So after that, we have currently 7 countries that are officially members of IFMB, and we have the 8th country that's coming to be IFMB member. But the role of our working group on African activity has been given on big issues on HTM, on awareness creation in education, and maintenance and operation, in lobbying about this clinical engineering, as well as overall IFMB activity, working on innovation. So it has a big activity, and we have been actively involved, but it's not an easy task to break through Africa, having a newly established working group and having a lot of challenges through this time. And we have issues with COVID, like you said. We have issue on language barriers, because there are 4 or 5 languages that are officially communicated in Africa. So we're using English as a means of communication. We have also Francophone, we have Arabic, we have also Portuguese, we have Swahili, we have the Africans in South Africa. So there are a lot of barriers, but I think we have been trying to work on. And I think with all the challenges that we have been through, I think we have been working good.
Well, I know it's been fun. It's been a challenge, you know, to work with you and support you. I heard you say, you know, 7 official, maybe 8 more that are, you know, that you're communicating with regularly, 15 countries. Of course, we know, forgetting North Africa for the moment, the Arabic speakers, let's say, and all those other languages, there's probably 50 countries in East, West, South, and Central Africa. So it's a huge challenge, as you say, a huge geography, but we're trying to pull many of those colleagues together. Any closing comments for your colleagues around the world on Global CE Day here?
First of all, I want to thank personally you, Tom, Kali Roy, Yadin David. I have to just pick these 3 people because you have been supporting us consistently. A lot of people have been supporting us, but there were also up and downs, but we have to say thank you to you, because we have to develop you know, the habit of appreciating for a good activity that has been done. So overall, we really thank CED division. Happy Clinical Genetics Day. And we also want to thank Africa, IFMBE, and all those who have been working with us. And thank you very much. Amasagnalo is in Amharic. Thank you is in English. Merci in French. That's what I want to say.
Thank you, Ashenafi. Great to be with you today.
Thank you very much.
See you soon, I hope.